Good morning, students. In the previous lecture of the thermodynamics, we started our exercise and solved all the MCQs except the 6.5. I told you that 6.5 is a lengthy MCQ, so we are going to solve it separately in this lecture. Okay, so let's start this. The enthalpy of the combustion of methane, graphite and dihydrogen has been given. Okay, enthalpy of combustion methane CH4, when you burn methane in the presence of diO2, it will give you 1 carbon dioxide and 2 H2O. For this reaction, the combustion enthalpy delta CH has been given. It is equal to minus 890.3 minus 890.3 kilojoule mole inverse. Okay, after that, graphite, combustion of graphite, that means carbon will be burned in the presence of O2 and will provide us carbon dioxide. For this reaction, they have given us combustion enthalpy delta CH naught is equal to minus 393.5 minus 393.5 kilojoule mole inverse. Okay. After that, combustion of dihydrogen. So, H2 plus 1 by 2 O2 will burn and give us H2O. For this reaction, combustion enthalpy is equal to minus 285.8 minus 285.8 kilojoule mole inverse. So, this three information has been given in your MCQ 6.5. After that, enthalpy of the formation of CH4. Formation of CH4, carbon in a graphite form solid with 2H2 give me CH4 in a gaseous form. Okay. For this reaction, they want delta FH naught. Using these three equation, you have to define this one. Now, carbon is solid over here, and among these three reactions, second reaction have carbon solid. So, I am not going to write all the equations. I am just going to use the enthalpies because it is MCQ. So, shortcut will be needed. Okay. So, carbon 1 molecule, carbon 1 molecule. That's why delta H2, because this reaction is second reaction. So, delta H2. Okay. Then 2H2. Here 1 H2. So, I have to multiply this equation by 2. That's why plus 2 delta H3. Okay, and here CH4 is in the product, here CH4 is in the reagent. That's why minus delta H1, and that will be your answer. Okay, so minus 393.5 plus 2 into minus 285.8 minus 890.3. Okay, let's calculate this value in the calculator. You will get your answer. Now 393.5, that is negative, and again 285.8, again 285.8 because it is multiplied by 2, and minus minus plus 890.3. It have answer minus 74.8, and that will be your answer. Look at this, minus 74.8 kilojoule per mole. Okay. After that, question number 6.7. In the process, 701 joule of heat is absorbed by system. So let's solve your next problem. Okay. Six 6.7. Heat is absorbed, so Q will be positive. It is equal to 701 joule. It is positive because it is absorbed by the system, and 394 joule work is done by the system. Work done by the system, so W will be minus because of the work is done by the system. 394 joule. Okay. What is the change in internal energy? It is the simple one marker question of first law of thermodynamics. It will be equal to Q minus W because work is done by the system and heat is absorbed. So 701 minus 394, you will get your answer, delta U. Okay. So 701 minus 394, answer will be equal to 307 joule, change in internal energy. After that, question number 6.8. A reaction of cyanamide NH2CN with dioxygen was carried out in the bomb calorimeter, and delta U. Okay, delta U has been given 6.8. delta U is equal to minus 742.7 kilojoule per mole. Okay. So kilojoule mole inverse. After that, at 298 Kelvin, temperature has been given 298 Kelvin. After that, calculate the enthalpy change. Okay. So we have to calculate delta H for the reaction. We have the formula, delta H equal to delta U plus delta NGRT. For that we have to calculate delta Ng. Okay. What is the reaction? Gaseous liquid. So gaseous mole of product 1 and 1 2. So delta Ng. Okay, let's do this over here. Delta Ng equal to gaseous mole of product 2. Okay, because 1 NH2 and 1 CO2. H2O is liquid. So 2 minus NH2CN 1 mole and 3/2 O2. So it will be equal to 2.5 mole. So delta Ng is equal to minus 0.5. Okay, let's put down all the values. So delta H is equal to delta U, which is in kilojoule. We have to convert it into joule. So minus 742.7 into 1000. So into 1000. So 700. Okay, minus 0.5. Why minus? Because 0.5 mole is negative. Delta Ng is minus 0.5 into 8.314 into 298. Okay, so let's calculate this. 0.5 into 8.314 into 298, it is equal to 1238.786, and this value is equal to minus 742,700. So both will be added because both are negative. 742,700 and whole number is equal to 743,938.786 joule per mole negative. Okay, convert it into kilojoule. So delta H will be equal to divide by 1000. So 743.938 kilojoule mole inverse will be your answer. We have done it already many times. After that, question number 9. Calculate the number of kilojoule of heat necessary to rise the temperature of 60 gram of aluminium from 35 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees Celsius. So question number 6.9. Okay, T1 is equal to 35 degrees Celsius and T2 is equal to 55 degrees Celsius. So delta T will be equal to 20 degree Celsius because 55 minus 35. 60 gram of aluminium is there and molar heat capacity has been given. So Cm has been given. It is equal to 24 joule mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay, doesn't matter temperature change, you can write it as a Celsius or as a Kelvin because it is a change only. Now we have weight of, okay, W will be for work. So mass of aluminium has been given. It is 60 gram aluminium. So let's find the mole of aluminium. So NaL, what will be the amount of mole of aluminium? Okay, molecular mass of aluminium is equal to 27. So divide by 27. Okay, so 60 divided by 27, it is equal to 2.22. Now we have the formula Q is equal to C delta T, but we have molar heat capacity. That's why Q will be equal to N into Cm into delta T. Okay, number of moles 2.22, heat capacity it is 24 and delta T is 20. So this will be your answer. Okay, so Q will be equal to 2.22 into 24 into 20. Answer will be equal to 1066.67 joule mole inverse. We need kilojoule answer, that's why divide by 1000. So Q will be equal to 1.066 kilojoule mole inverse. It will be positive because temperature is increased, so heat will be absorbed. After that, our next question 6.10. Calculate the enthalpy change of freezing 1 mole of water at 10 degrees Celsius. So our next question, let's calculate over here. .10. The T1 is 10 degrees Celsius. After that, at minus 10 degrees Celsius, okay, T2 is minus 10 degrees Celsius. Water liquid converted to water ice. So H2O liquid will be converted to H2O solid. Okay, this is the reaction. Delta fusion enthalpy has been given at 0 degrees Celsius. So delta fuse H naught has been given. It is equal to 6.03 kilojoule mole inverse. After that, CP4H2O liquid has been given. CP4H2O liquid is equal to 75.3. Look at the unit, joule mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. So it is molar heat capacity. And likewise they have given Cp value for H2O gas, sorry, not gas, for solid. It is equal to 36.8 joule mole inverse Kelvin inverse. So this reaction take places in 3 steps. Okay, most IMP step number 1. Step number 1, H2O liquid converted to H2O liquid. What is this? Liquid to liquid, temperature change is there, 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. For that we have to calculate Q. Q will be equal to N into Cm into delta T. Okay, number of mole, 1 mole of water is there, that's why Q will be equal to 1 into Cm, value of water liquid, it is 75.3 into 75.3 into temperature change 0 minus 10 degrees Celsius. So it will be minus 10. Okay, so answer will be equal to minus 753 joule mole inverse. That will be our delta H1. Okay, after that our step number 2. H2O liquid converted to H2O solid. For that 0 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, delta fuse H naught will be negative, that's why answer will be equal to our delta H2 and will be equal to minus 6.03 kilojoule per mole. 03 kilojoule mole inverse. And after that our step number 3. H2O solid to H2O solid, but temperature difference is there, 0 degree Celsius to minus 10 degree Celsius. Now again for this, Q will be equal to number of mole into Cm into delta T. Now value of Cm will be different because now water is solid. Number of mole is 1. For water solid, H2O solid, value is 36.8. 36.8 into temperature change minus 10 degree Celsius minus 0 will be equal to minus 10. Look at this, 0 degree Celsius to minus 10. So T2 minus T1 will be minus 10. That's why Q will be equal to minus 368 joule mole inverse will be our delta H3. Now look at this. For our delta H, we will require addition of all three. So delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3, and every one of them is negative. Okay. Now delta H1 minus 750 joule, but we want kilojoule value. So divide by 1000, 0.753 converted into kilojoule. Now delta H2, it is 6.03. So minus 6.03, and final value divide by 1000 because it is joule, we want kilojoule. So 0.368. Okay, add this value, you will get your enthalpy change for reaction. Okay, so 0.753 plus 6.03 plus 0.368, answer will be equal to minus 7.151 kilojoule mole inverse. Okay, again let me repeat whole sum. Step number 1, convert water liquid to water liquid at 10 degree Celsius to 0 degree Celsius. Step number 2, freezing 0 degree Celsius liquid water to 0 degree Celsius solid water. And step number 3, 0 degree Celsius solid water to minus 10 degree Celsius solid water. So these 3 steps will be added to each other and you will get your final answer. Okay. After that, 6.11, enthalpy of combustion of carbon to CO2. Okay, enthalpy of combustion of carbon has been given. 6.11, carbon solid graphite plus O2 gas converted into CO2. For this reaction, delta CH naught has been given and it is equal to minus 393.5 kilojoule mole inverse. Okay. Now calculate the heat released upon formation of 35.2 gram of carbon dioxide. Now we will need stoichiometry over here. So 12 gram carbon burns and give me 44 gram of carbon dioxide. Okay, I need 35.2 gram carbon dioxide, and for that how much carbon will be required? But I do not want amount of carbon. Look at this. What do I need? I need enthalpy change. So instead of this, for 44 gram of carbon, I will use enthalpy change. Okay, so simply 44 gram of carbon dioxide I need minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole energy. Now for 35.2 gram of carbon dioxide, how much energy will be needed? Simply cross multiplication is there, that's why delta H will be equal to 35.2 into minus 393.5 divided by 44, and that will be your answer. A simple cross multiplication will give you your answer. Okay, because in 1 mole of carbon dioxide 12 of carbon and 32 of the oxygen, so 44 gram of carbon dioxide is formed by this reaction. Now 35.2 into 393.5 divided by 44, answer will be equal to minus 314.8 kilojoule mole inverse energy will be required to burn to create 35.2 gram of carbon dioxide. Okay. After that a long question is there, so we will solve it in the next lecture. So from, wait a minute, how much time we have? Okay, we have 4 minutes still left. So instead of question number 12, we are going to solve question number 6.13. 12 will be answered in the next lecture. Okay, so question number 6.13, question number 6.12 will be answered in the next lecture because it is lengthy. They have one reaction N2 plus 3H2, N2 plus 3H2, all are gases, okay, converted into 2NH3. For this reaction they have reaction enthalpy equal to minus 92.4. Delta RH is equal to minus 92.4 kilojoule mole inverse. Okay, what do we need? Standard enthalpy of the formation of NH3. Okay, that's easy. So 1 by 2 N2 plus 3 by 2 H2 will give me NH3, formation reaction of NH3, 1 mole of product, all compound will be elemental form. So this is simply divided by 2, that's why delta FH naught, this is 1 marker question, it is equal to 1 by 2 of delta RH naught. So answer will be equal to 1 by 2 into minus 92.4. So answer will be equal to, divided by 2, answer will be equal to 92.4 divided by 2. So minus 46.4 kilojoule mole inverse will be the standard formation enthalpy of ammonia NH3. Okay, so that was all for this lecture. In the next lecture we will solve first question number 6.12 and then the remaining of the exercise 6.12, and after that 6.14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19 and still 22. Okay, thank you so much.